There is one big mistake that you're making when it comes to trying to get your ex back. But once you acknowledge this mistake and solve it, it will have your ex red hot for you and begging you to take them back because they're ready to get down on one knee and propose marriage to you. By the time you finish this video, you'll understand how to bounce back from this mistake and have your ex come back and never wanting to leave you again. Every waking moment after your breakup has been about you thinking about what my ex is doing, what is on their mind, how can I get in their head, do they miss me, are they dating someone else, will they forget about me, what is their dog doing, what are they doing in their stories? And then you search online to try to find answers from other coaches, and myself included, about what they're doing, and as a result, what it means and what you need to do in response to it. And these are valid questions. Your ex decided to leave you. You want closure and clarity on not just why things broke down. You want closure and clarity about what to do next, about how to get them back, about how you should move and how you should navigate during this chapter. I get it. It's a valid concern. It's a concern that I had after every breakup. This is what keeps you up at night at 3 a.m. every night, tossing and turning, because you can't wrap your head around how the person who would sleep next to you every night, you can smell their fragrance, you can smell their cologne or their perfume. They're not there anymore. You can't conceive that, and you're in search of answers. This consumes you. It consumes you at work. You can't focus at work. You're around your friends, but you're not really present. Your work is declining as a result. This desperation about what your ex is doing or if they'll come back, it leads to obsession. It leads you to start overthinking. And then when you overthink, it gives you anxiety. And when you have anxiety, fear is right around the corner. And this fear, I always say fear is a great motivator, but in this case, because now there's anxiety preceding it, that fear is going to motivate you to do something detrimental. You may have already done it. Desperation is the last thing that you need, but this comes from this obsession that you have about what your ex is doing. The underlying emotions about your obsession towards what your ex is doing or what they're not doing or what's on their mind, or why are they silent, why haven't they reached out, or when they are reaching out, why they won't commit to you. The underlying emotion is fear, but also it's you not feeling enough. Because what if they're not thinking about you? Now what? They've already said that they don't want to be with you. That's something that you know. The thing is, deep down, them not thinking about you after the breakup makes you feel invalidated. It makes you feel that the relationship didn't mean anything. It makes you feel a loss of control. It makes you feel the future that they promised you when they said, I want to be with you forever. When they said they wanted to die with you, things like that. You're my best friend. We're going to be together forever. I want you to have my children. I want to have your children. When they say these things and then leave you, it invalidates everything. It invalidates the past. It invalidates the connection that you had, and it invalidates the future that you clung to. And it shakes you and who you are and your self-image. It shakes your self-image to the core. Because what if they don't? What if they're not thinking about you? And what if the breakup is permanent? Again, the underlying emotion that's at the foundation of this is fear. Anything that happens in life, two people can experience that same event and say, this was the worst thing that ever fucking happened to me. Another person can say, this is the most amazing thing that has ever happened to me. I am thankful for this. Thank you, sweet Jesus. Someone can go through a breakup and their entire existence has been eradicated. Their entire world is scorched earth at this point. Someone else can experience a breakup. They could have their ex leave and say, I'm set free. I'm about to set the world on fire right now. This is what I needed. When I was going through, I would say, the last tumultuous breakup, I would say it was a watershed moment for me. My dad died right around that time. The woman who had my heart ended things with me. It was because of my insecurity. It was because of my neediness. It was because of my social awkwardness. It was because of my fear that, wow, you know, I'm dating this woman. This is the most attractive woman I've ever dealt with at this time. Like, she's got everything. The chemistry is there. The way she carries herself is this. I had never been around a woman like that at that time. And it made me feel like she was out of my league. Why does she want to be with me? She can get so many other guys out here that's taller, they got hair, they got a beard, they drive a better car, you know, they went to a better school, they got, you know, they're in better shape. All of the insecurities that I had poured out of me. And I always felt like, yeah, I'm a good looking guy. You know, I never had a problem with getting women, at least, you know, in my adult life. You know, I'm like, I do all right, but why is she with me though? So when she left, all of those insecurities bubbled up to the surface. When I got that dagger, you know, stuck in my heart, you know, like I said, my dad died as well, right around that fucking time, same damn week. I said, no more, this is it. The same outcome was always happening. I meet a great girl, she was amazing, I'm totally interested. I end up pushing them away for the same reasons: the insecurity, not feeling enough, feeling like they were out of my league. And, you know, when my dad died, it was just a surreal moment for me, man. When someone like that leaves, someone like that passes away, man, someone close to you, you start to take inventory of everything in your life, everything. So I said, look, I need to have a different result, because I know if he was alive at that time, I would have asked him how to navigate that situation. So everything that he told me over the years about everything in life, you know, meant more. It meant so much more at that point. And I heard his voice and he said, it's time to get your together, because this is going to happen again with the next person that you meet. You will meet someone else. You will meet another woman. When this blows over, you'll meet someone incredible. You better be ready for it, because if not, it's going to happen again. So at that point, I went on that search. Now's the time for you to go on that search. Because if you're consumed by fear and anxiety right now, when your ex does come back as a result of that silence, because you want to get in your ex's head, the silence will do that. The absence will get in their head. When your ex comes back and you're not ready for that, they will fucking leave again. Because how can you attract someone? How can you seduce someone with fear when you're presenting fear? Because everything that you're focused on right now is about getting them back. Every waking moment. What are they doing? Where are they eating? What gym are they going to? Are they working out? Are they dating someone else? I want to drive by their house right now. I did it. Why are they not home on a Friday night at 8 o'clock? And you go searching around town to try to find out where they are. These are real stories. I've coached hundreds of people over the years. I've heard it all. Your ex has consumed your entire life. If you want your ex back and you want them to stay, that has to be flipped on its head. And you and your journey and your path and you and your transformation has to consume your life at this point. I know that's not what you want to hear. You just want advice about, hey man, tell me the steps, give me the tips, give me the tips and tricks, bro. This is not a video game. Overcoming your limiting beliefs is not a video game. Your transformation is what you need to focus on, not what your ex is doing, not what is on your ex's mind. Not if your ex will forget about you. Again, your ex decided to leave you for a reason, and you know the reason. I don't have to get into them. All of your limiting beliefs are bubbling over to the surface right now. When your ex comes back, do you think you're going to be your best self at that time? No, because you're going to be clinging to them. Every waking moment has been about you trying to get them back. So that means you're running on fear. So when they come back, what do you think is going to be even more heightened? No, when you get that thing, you're going to cling tighter to it. What do you think that's going to do to them? It's going to repel them. That's just in the beginning. As time passes, if you are fortunate enough to have your ex stick around for a couple of weeks, eventually, when that first dust up comes, when that first argument comes, when there's a conversation and they see that you're still angry, that you have anger issues, when they see that you have jealousy issues, when they see that you still have the trust issues, all of the shit that made them leave you in the first place, all of those issues on top, compounded with your limiting beliefs bubbling to the surface, what do you think is going to happen? Things are going to be over, and you're going to be right back here looking for answers because you failed to address the things that need to be addressed. So it's time for you to make that transformation. And your transformation does not mean you go to the gym and watch videos. That's not what this is about. You need to make wholesale changes, just like I did. And the mistake that I made, I tried to do it on my own. I just don't tell people to join a program and get a coach or get an advisor because this is what I do and it sounds good. I have coaches myself as of right now, not on relationships, but just other avenues in my life because they can see things that I don't. So when I went through my own issues that last time, I said the coaches that were out there were very few. They didn't resonate with me. So I had to figure it out on my own. And it took me forever. Whereas you have resources to hire someone who can do this and take care of this for you in a very short amount of time. But are you going to make that investment? The people who get the outcome that they want, they're willing to invest time, energy, and money, whatever it is, because they want that outcome. Everyone that you admire has a coach, has an advisor. Pat Mahomes has a throwing coach, and this throwing coach is not even affiliated with the Chiefs. It's a private coach that he hired. Steph Curry has a shooting coach. Michael Jordan in his prime had 8 advisors on his team. He had a team around him. Look at someone like Drake. Drake has a team around him. Why do you think he's successful? No one who is successful does it alone. And if you think you can make your transformation alone, you're right. You can. It's going to take you a hell of a long time. And on top of the transformation, do you even have the mindset to get your ex back? If you're driven by fear and anxiety, you damn sure don't have the mindset to get your ex back and keep them. Because we're also dealing with seduction, and there's steps to go ahead and seduce someone, because you cannot seduce someone if you're not confident. That's why I pump the 4 C's so much: confidence, composure, courage, and charisma. If you don't have confidence and charisma, you're not going to seduce anyone. You're not definitely going to re-attract your ex. And that confidence is not about the outer display. It's about what you feel inside. Confidence is self-love and self-trust. Because if you're leading with anxiety and fear, there's no self-love and there's no self-trust present. The person who feels that, hey, this is the best situation that's ever happened to me. Now I know what not to do. Now I know what to work on. Whether my ex comes back or not doesn't matter, because I do love myself. My ex deciding to leave me doesn't invalidate who I am. Do I miss them? Yeah, but I'm not obsessing over them, because I'm obsessing with my life. My life is already amazing. They didn't complete me. They complimented me when they were with me. Them leaving that has more to do with them than it does to me. Even if I was the catalyst, they still made a decision. It's okay. I contributed to the breakup because this was a cold splash of water to my face. And if I had to lose them to get myself back and understand my flaws, man, the next relationship is going to be the one that I'm really looking for. It's going to be even more amazing than this. That's the spirit that gets them back. Because understanding seduction has to have an element of fear attached to it. It's the fear of missing out. It's us wanting things that we can't have, wanting things that are out of our reach, wanting things that are super exclusive, that only the few possess, wanting things that are elusive and larger than life and godlike to us. The things that are readily available are always looked at as low value. So if your ex comes back and sees that you're just needy and desperate and fearful, why would they want to get back with you? Why would they want to continue to reach out to you, especially when you look like a shell of your former self? You're not even your best self when they come back. How seductive can you be? How attractive can you be if you're leading with fear? If you're leading with power and strength? My life is so great that I'm doing better without you than I was with you. That if you decide to leave again, that just opens up the door for someone else even better than you to come in. When your ex sees you've done the work, you shift your mindset to be able to be courageous during this time, to come out of this stronger, and you make that transformation, and your ex sees that not only you worked on the things that contributed to the breakup, but now there's a new version of you that comes out that's even more grounded and confident and courageous and charismatic and composed. They'll be red hot for you, because they'll see, whoa, what were you doing? We know how breakups happen. Most people are completely wrecked. But if your ex comes back and sees that you're better off than you were in the relationship with them, I don't think you understand what that does to someone. That makes you magnetic. It makes you irresistible. It makes you exclusive. It makes you just about out of reach, especially if you come with the mindset of, I don't know, you left before. Why should I take you back now? As opposed to, I gotta have you back. I need you again. I'm desperate for you. You've all I've been thinking about the entire time. I miss you so much. Versus, nah, baby, yeah, I still love you, but you gotta get in line. My life is great right now. You've been missing out. But you gotta get in line now. I'm not sure. You gotta think about it. When you come with that demeanor, that's when things change. That's what your ex is waiting for. That's what your ex wants to see from you. But will you do the work to get there? So no contact is just the prerequisite to get your ex back. That's just coming out of the starting blocks, because no contact isn't enough. And I go deeper into why that is in this video up here. So go ahead and click that video, and I'll see you on the flip side.